We're rolling. And you already know, it's your boy Fantastic Four Eyes. This face, it means four eyes. This face. Yeah, and this is my installment of Battleground-Earth Webisode number 4, like me. So we gotta keep it gangster. You like my low shades? I thought you would. That's why I put them on for you. I gotta remain sexy for my schmeagles. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Let's get to the action. This episode begins with us riding through Texas. You know, we all on the bus, Tommy's team, Luda's team, and we come across this lone figure in the distance. It just so happens to be the Hall of Fame Dallas Cowboy, great playmaker Michael Irving. He's gonna put us on our challenge. He welcomes us to Texas and passes us off to another cowboy with a really big ass mustache. And then that cowboy takes us off into our mission. So, long live Texas. This challenge is based on the methane capture. That's right, methane. So that means we have to shovel cow poop. Cow poop, yeah, I said I'm trying to keep it sensitive for the children, but it's a lot of doo-doo in this episode. And we gotta fill up a trough with it. We gotta treat it, throw some water on it, cover it, seal it, and then use the methane fuel to power a grill so we can have barbecued food. Yes, poop and food. I don't know why they arranged it that way, but that's how they did it. So, you know, that's what we jumped on, and I was pretty gangsta. I had some kids working with me. I had shovels. I had my boots on. You know, I had my goggles, and, you know, Luda team won. Yeah, I'm pretty much saying that when you poop, that poop can be used to power vehicles. If you treat it properly and transfer it over into fuel or the gases from the methane, then you in business, buddy. You know, I was very surprised to find out that you could take poop and turn it into fuel. I had no idea that it was converted into gas. I mean, I know that you pass gas and, you know, that could turn into poop, but I didn't know you could turn poop back into gas and fuel a vehicle. So, you know, I realized that everybody's a walking gas dispenser right now. Like, I know my brother, number 2 alone, like, we could power a couple Hummers for a year off gas. Yeah, even though we won, because that's what, you know, Team Luda does, for some reason, you know, we were disqualified, both teams. It had to do with the cheating. See, Tommy knew he couldn't beat us or defeat us, so he resorted to underhanded tricks like he normally does. They started taking poop out of our trough and putting it into their trough. So then we started fighting them back for their poop and trying to steal the poop. So then Luda and Shashawn just dumped all their poop back into our poop, and it ended up pooping up the whole situation because they said it was too much cheating. They said that's no way to set an example for the children that we was out there working with, and we both lost. So we had to chalk that one up to everybody wanting too much poop. It's never a loss when you learn something, and you know, I'm a learning machine. I learn something like every second. Like even right now, I learned that I am so beautiful in the reflection of this camera lens. But learning about all the poop and how it could be transferred over into something that's useful, as you know, normally it's a wasteful material, but then you could use it and recycle it like somebody does. There's a pimp like me going green, you know what I'm saying? That's awesome. So it's not totally a loss, but I feel like they, you know, making us look bad out here. We lost the first episode. It was a draw in the second episode. We just so happened to get them in the third episode, but then now they disqualified us on this, so I'm totally outraged. I'm just trying to restrain all my emotions so y'all don't see me cry. I had a great time at the rodeo. I had lots of fun at the rodeo. They said Texas, they said you gotta be a cowboy. I said the only way I know how to be a cowboy is to pull out all the stops. So that means I had the cowboy hat fresh off, you know what I'm saying, the Young Guns. I had my Confederate flag shirt up under my Briscoe County Junior button down. You know, I had my skin tight, dusty Dunderee jeans on. Not these two player. I'm talking about in Texas, I had on some pants so tight, you would have thought it was like a ballerina outfit or something. Cause that's how Texas Cowboys always been to me. They had the tight pants, tucked in the boots, with the shirt, tucked in the pants, and the hat. And that's what I was on. I brought my own boots. Nobody else brought their own. I brought my own cowboy boots. That's how serious I was. But I enjoyed the rodeo. We had a great time. We was running around chasing animals, trying to get the flag off their tail. Nina started crying because she's from Denmark and like she's a total vegan. Like she believes in the harming of no animals whatsoever. So for her to see them big burly cowboys wrestling them like them calves and throwing them on the ground and tying up their feet and stuff, she started crying. And I was like, man, that's how they do folks in the hood when the police be arresting them every day, so I'm used to it. The next day, after a long night of drinking, I'm talking about getting wasted, you know, we decided to take Nina, we put her on our bus, and then we gave Willie D. Williams to Tommy team, and they took him, and we riding down the street, and who do we see? MeatLoaf fat ass in the middle of the road. He tells us that he got another challenge for us. So then, everybody's pretty much astonished because, I was admiring him for his movies. Chris said he was in Fight Club. He was the dude with the big breasts. And then I seen him in a movie with Patrick Swayze called Black Dog where he was a truck driver. It was a real bad movie, but I saw it. But that's where I remember him from. And then he had that one song, if I could do anything for love, but I wouldn't do that. Like, yeah, MeatLoaf. MeatLoaf sent us off on the challenge at the fast food spot. It was pretty much converting vegetable oil into like gasoline, some more like biodiesel fuel activity since we was in Texas. And we ended up losing the episode, out of kindness. I believe Luda was being considerate of the fact that he had some other obligations because he had a concert that he had to get to. You understand what I'm saying? And we didn't have time to keep going back and forth with Tommy. Tommy pulled this bus over and he pulled like this whole marching band, like drumline, whole like team off of the bus. And they all came out there, he playing the drums, they got cheerleaders, they flipping, doing formations, it's like bring it on out there. And we ain't had time to try and compete with that. We already had folks from the radio station out there, we had some fine scribblers that came out there to support us, but the back and forth, it wasn't working. Luda had to perform at the show, at the car show, so we had to go to that. So you know what Chris did out of the kindness of his heart, and for the fact that he knew he had contractual obligations to perform, he said, you know what, I'm gonna concede on this one. I'm gonna let you have it, Tommy, and I'm finna go on to the show. Matter of fact, why don't you come with me and see how a real artist put it down. That's why we lost, if you really wanna know. Next week is going to be excellent. Oh, whoa, let me back up. Next week, actually, is Labor Day weekend, but down here in Atlanta, we call it Luda-Day-Weekend. That means it's gonna be all type of clubs and festivities, and we gonna be at restaurants and bowling alleys, and we gonna be kicking it. It's gonna be Michael Jordan softball games, it's like everything you could imagine. And they're not gonna show an episode that week because they know we gonna be kicking it too hard that we might miss it. Y'all might miss it. So they say, we're not gonna show an episode. Y'all gotta wait till next week, and then the Atlanta episode is coming on. And that is, you already know how much pool we got in Atlanta, so please believe me when I tell you it's off the chain. If you've seen any of the previews, there's a scene where Tommy and Luda are going back and forth in the old folks' home trying to exchange the shower heads and make them low-flow shower heads, which means, it kind of controls the amount of water that comes out when you're making it hot or cold to regulate so you don't waste water. That's what they're doing. But basically, it's going to be hilarious because they're dumb, and old people are dumb. So imagine dumb people and old dumb people together working on the show in Atlanta. Mwah, you can't beat that. So make sure you tune in. It's Fantastic Four Eyes, saying adios amigos. Oh, and check out them other webisodes, the first 3, or watch this one 700 times just because I'm sexy. That's cool. I don't have a problem with that if you have a vagina.